Believe it or not, this might be you, and I'm speaking to you if it is. There's a lot of companies that still operate on pen and paper, and that is cool. Absolutely have worked inside of businesses. When I started in 2 different careers, we were writing everything down in logs and pen and paper, or we were filling out buyer's orders with pen and paper. And now both of those businesses have moved into a digital age, and you can do that too. And it's not that hard of a lift, but I want you to look at why you should. Is sometimes when we're keeping paper around, it's that one thing is paper can get lost, it can get displaced. Some of you are writing credit card numbers down on forms, which is a big no-no, and depends on how you're storing those. At the end of the day, is they have to be stored under lock and key, but then you are basically taking responsibility for the privacy that comes with having those stored credit cards inside of your business. So we have to be mindful of that, of when we're keeping these paper records on hand. The other thing is, and I've dealt with this in a couple times, is just this fire. Fire and theft has, especially fire mainly has caused us to change how we have done operations inside of our business at one point in time, because we realized, hey, if we have a fire, we are losing every paper record that we have ever processed, and that is not cool. So simple things like converting from writing pen and paper over to a fillable PDF. That was the first stage that we deployed. Everybody always complain about, Jeff, your handwriting's not the best. I get it. All right. Well, I grew up in an age where I typed more than I wrote. So what I did when I went to work in the dealership and we were still pen and paper, all those buyer's orders had to be carbon, and we still wrote buyer's orders, but the things that I could use fillable PDFs for, I created a PDF and for my order forms and different things, and I was able to fill that out, hit print, and it saved. I had to do the file and save as to keep a digital copy on my computer during the time. So you're talking during that 08 to 2014-ish, when technology was kind of taking off. And that's how I was able to process my orders. And then everyone else started, as new people came on, they started using my fillable order form as well. We were still writing buyer's orders. As time went on, and I talk about this in some of my videos, if you go back and check some of those out, is you'll talk when I brought technology into some of the businesses, which is where we are right now, is once you decide you're going to bring in technology. For me, the initial thing was a simple fillable PDF in Google Drive. If the building burns down, I can log into my Google Drive from any platform, and I can recover my documents. It beats cloud storage. Is absolutely a game changer when it came along, and I know that's super simple for most of you guys. We're like, what you mean cloud storage? I use that every day. Not everybody does. Some folks are still keeping paper records, and if their industry requires them to do that, that's cool, and I totally get that. But I always go back to say, all right, what happens when the building burns down? What is that going to look like when we're trying to piece these records before or back together? So when you start bringing in technologies, you got to make sure that we have open communication and telling everyone what we're doing and setting clear goals and expectations. That's where we start to lose everyone, because not everybody wants to be online. Not everybody wants to operate in the cloud. Not everybody wants their files. That's just not their jam. But once you share the benefits of this is how it's going to work. One of ours used to be, we were chasing records all over the place. If I wanted to look up a customer's name, I had to go to a file, find the name, pull the folder out, and then review the order, this, that, and the other. Once we switched over to a fully digital platform, we were able to not only manage our inventory, manage our customers, and then all the paper that we used to have to handwrite, that was then digitally printed. And ultimately, the customer only had to sign one form that we had to scan back in because of just the requirements for state. So when you're bringing in technology, make sure you check your state's requirements. The software that we deployed was already recognized by the state, so it made it super easy for us to just mesh our stuff in with it, right? So keep that in mind. Don't be afraid. And if you're struggling with this, I totally get it. I understand, and I have walked right where you are. If you're still writing pen and paper, connect with me and let's sit down and come up with some solutions that may help you. And like I said, it doesn't have to be this robust system is it could be a very, very simple Google Drive or Dropbox or just some kind of cloud storage that helps you back up files that if you lose those is going to cause you a massive headache. Or if you get your business gets broken into and you have credit cards get compromised or something along those lines, we don't want to keep those. We want to make sure that those are stored securely. If you store those, by a credit card company or by a reputable company that has insurance and security features in place to keep all that from happening. So hope it helps. If you know someone who's operating with pen and paper, it's cool. Give them a big high five, but don't forget to let them know you know a guy and you've seen a video that you like to share with them, and tell them about what I can do to help them bring their company up, not a lot, just to a little bit of digital technology so that it'll help them just be better inside their business. All right, thank you for following along. Be sure to like, share, comment below. It means a ton to me. Thank you everyone that's reached out for me. Can't wait to see everyone soon. Take care.